Now we will have Dr. Grishma Kulkarni to present her work, The First Indian Viridescent Acinetobacter LWOFF Second.
Hello, I'm Dr. Grishma Kulkarni from Hyderabad. I'm working as an assistant professor in MNR Medical College, Sangareddy. This is my case report about an organism that has produced pigment, and this is a rare case report from India and at international level too. This case report is published in Indian Journal of Medical Microbiology and indexed in PubMed. The entitled as the first Indian viridescent Acinetobacter lofi. Viridescent means it's a green pigment. So worldwide nobody has reported this one. So this is the first case report from India as well as from I think at international level also. So these pathogenic organisms are very important to the microorgan. The pigments are very important to the pathogens as they help in presumptive identification as well as for the invasiveness, for the spread of the disease, for the antimicrobial resistance. These pigments are malevolent as well as benevolent also. So this case report is about a gram-negative bacteria, that is Acinetobacter lofi, which produces brown, black and rarely indigo pigments. In this case report, it has produced a green pigment. And that was isolated from a central line blood culture and which was susceptible to many group of drugs, which is a exactly opposite finding, as many pigmented organisms do show a multi-drug resistant pattern in vivo as well as in vitro also. And the drug that was given to the patient correlated well with the in vitro susceptibility also. So in this case report is about a patient who presented with the difficulty in breathing and decreased output. So depending on the parameters, he was diagnosed as severe renal failure, and he was started on hemodialysis with a temporary hemodialysis catheter in right jugular vein along with the symptomatic measures. So during the stay of hospitalization, he developed fever with chills, and so he was so a central line bloodstream infection was suspected. The patient was given vancomycin and amikacin. The catheter was changed and the patient was followed up, and the patient improved completely after giving the treatment. So during this, I mean to say during his hospital stay, the blood culture was collected from the central line as well as from the peripheral line in the blood culture bottles and was processed as per the microbiological protocol. So after I mean to say culture of the after culture of the blood sample, there was growth on blood agar, MacConkey, MHA media and urichrome. On blood agar, MHA and urichrome, the colonies were cream color, whereas on MacConkey the growth was green color. So in this picture you can see the green colored colonies which were almost dark and glistening and rays opaque with the entire edges, and the pigment was not diffusible into the medium. So this could represent, I mean to say, the dependency of the strain on the components of the components which are present in the MacConkey media. It could be the the bile salts which are present in MacConkey media may have stimulated the green color pigment growth in this case. So the organism was identified as Acinetobacter lofi depending on the biochemical pattern by conventional method as well as the automated Vitek2 identification system. So the sensitivity was done. Most of the pathogenic organisms which produce pigments do show multi-drug resistant pattern, but in this case the organism was highly susceptible to third generation, fourth generation cephalosporins as well aminoglycosides, fluoroquinolones and beta-lactamase inhibitors and penams and polymyxins. And surprisingly, the another antibiotic like amoxicillin clavulic acid, which is supposed to be not tested, again this organism as per the CLSI guidelines was tested and it was found to be sensitive. So in this case we can say that organism was a mutant which has showed susceptibility to the forbidden antibiotics recommended by the CLSI guidelines. So the final impression of the recover isolate was bile-dependent dark green pigmented viridescent susceptible mutant of Acinetobacter lophi causing the healthcare associated monomicrobial central line bloodstream infection. So conclusion, colors are very important to the organisms as they act as part and parcel of the life. Some organisms, they produce pigments constitutively. Some pigments are induced upon exposure to certain agents. So likewise, sometimes Acinetobacter lophi do produce pigments when there is a methanol exposure. So this methanol exposure produces oxidative stress, so that could be lethal to the organism. So the organism produces pigments in order to avoid this oxidative stress and helps in the survival to the organism. So likewise, in this case, the organism didn't produce pigment in vivo, but it has produced pigment in vitro. So and though the organism was pigmented, it was susceptible to many drugs, and and it did show in vivo there was correlation between the in vitro and in vivo compliance. So as the patient was followed and was improved completely, so we can say that in this case the organism has been benevolent. So it was, did not produce any complication and further sequelae in the patient. So the few pigments like the pigments which are produced by Serratia marcescens and Chromobacterium violacum have been exploited in the field of the cancer. So as they show cytotoxic activity. So in this case also we can exploit all these the pigments, those are produced by bacteria or fungi and can be used for the for the benefit of the humankind. So these are my references, and thank you. Any question regarding this?